YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy Nick Just Dope. Back in another video. NJD Nation was Zan with it, man. Yes, sir. As y'all see by the title and the board, you know what I'm saying? I like these type of videos. We are talking about ways to manage your money. And one of the methods that I started off doing was, as y'all see on the board, 50-30-20 rule. The 50-30-20 rule, man, this is one of the methods that helped me out at the very beginning of my financial journey. And I want to bring it to y'all, so I ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna go ahead and get straight to it. So 50-30-20, man, these are the three main categories that you should divide your finances when you get paid, when it comes to budgeting and things like that, man. This is how the wealthy manage their money in the beginning stages, right? So let's start with the 50. 50%. This is your needs. I'm at it look terrible right now because this looks perfect, but that just looks terrible, right? But y'all get it, man. So 50%, this is your needs, right? These are your essential living expenses, your rent, mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, any type of bill, minimum debt payments, those things like that, man. You're going to dedicate 50% of your income to your needs. This is how people stay on top of their bills, they save up their money. And I'm going to get into all of that at the end, but this is how they manage their bills and things like that, man. Now, in the beginning, it is going to be a little tough, especially if you have a low income, but this works for any tax bracket, any amount of income, right? Whatever the case may be, this works. I'm telling you, it works. You just have to have patience, especially if you have, like I said, a low income in the beginning. It's going to be a little struggle, but over time, it gets better, right? So that's for the needs, man. So anything that's like rent, like I said, rent, car, gas, all that stuff is for your needs. 30%, let's go to the 30%, is your wants. Bam, wants. So this is where you can, have a little fun, right? Because, well, not fun, but anything that's not an expense, anything that's not like basically a necessity, or it's a liability. It's not an asset, but it's a liability, right? Anything that you want, right? You want to go out to eat or something like that. Hey, it's a want. You want to, right? You want to go to the movies, right? This is going to come out of your 30%. Now it kind of flips. So some people are a little bit more aggressive. Some people may do it a little differently. Some people may do the 20% the once, and some people do the 30% for what's coming next, right? But it just depends on your situation. I know for me, when I first started, my 20% was my wants because I was like, I'm not really worried about my wants like that. I'm really more so worried about things in the future, right? But like I said, anything that you want to do, eating out, entertainment, streaming services, shopping, vacations, hobbies, things of that sort, things of that nature, right? That's your wants, your 30%. And now last but not least, 20% is your savings. My handwriting was so beautiful at first, but I guess because I'm not really. But yeah, savings. Y'all see that? Savings. So you're going to take 20% of your income goes to your savings. But like I said, some people, they treat it differently, right? They switch it, right? Some people may switch it. They may flip-flop for somebody else. Me, myself, personally, I was doing 30% for savings and 20% for wants. But, it just depends on the person and the situation, whatever you want to do. Now, as you go on, if you become like a entrepreneur or something like that, then you'll want to do like another percentage to investments for your business and things like that, right? And then the numbers will change because I know when I first started, now my percentage is way different now. My percentages is way different now because I am an entrepreneur, right? I have my own business and things like that. I have a YouTube channel to run. So part of my money goes back into pouring into my YouTube channels, and then any other business endeavors that I want to dive into. So it really just depends. And then also being an entrepreneur, you have to worry about taxes. So I have another account for taxes. Last but not least, I did want to talk about, I do have another channel where I do dive more deeper into this, but this is just for the beginners. But I do have another channel where I did talk about, where you do have your bank account or your bank. So you can go into your bank app and, create you however many other accounts that you want to set up. So I started off having the checkings and then the savings, right? But then I was like, look, I want to, have one for my needs. So like my bills and stuff like that. So I created another one. So you can go into your apps and create you other accounts and stuff like that, right? So if you don't have 3 accounts in your banking app, create you another one, and then you can automate and say, look, I want 50% for my needs. The second account can be for it can just be called your checking account, because that's where you're gonna be spending your money on, like your everyday spending money and things like that. And then you can create a savings account, but you probably already have a savings account, but you just want to specify that, look, this is for savings. I'm not touching it or anything like that. Now this is another one, because you do have online banks like I talked about, and like the other videos that I talked about this in. You do want to join a bank with a high yield savings account, because then your money is adding interest on top of what you already have in there. So especially with your savings account, right? But all of this can literally be in your savings account, in your high yield savings account, man. And you can just create different vaults. Because I have SoFi, they allow me to split up or create different vaults specifically for what I want to save money for. So you can do that as well, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So that's really like the breakdown of the 50, 30, 20. So just for example purposes, right? Let's say you get paid $100 at the end of the week. I'm just using this for an example because I ain't really good with big numbers like that. So you paid $100, bam. Now you want to split this up. Bam, 50. Right, $50 for needs, $30 for the wants, and then $20 for the savings, right? So that's how it's gonna look when you get paid, right? At the end of, or whenever your what you call it, the direct deposit hit, it's gonna automatically split it up in those accounts. So that's how it's gonna work like that when you do set up your accounts in your banking app. So yeah, some people, they do 60, 30, 10, or 60, 30 for savings and then 10 for wants, depending on how aggressive they want to do it. It really just depends on the person and their situation, like I said, man. So yeah, that's pretty much it, dog. So this is how the wealthy, especially like for those people that want to start budgeting and things like that, this is the blueprint. This is the starting point. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. So if you made it this far in the video, comment down below 50, 30, 20. So I know you made it this far in the video, man. And yeah, if you're new, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now with that being said, it's your boy Nick Just Dope signing out. Deuces.